Ladies and gentlemen, I am Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of SpeakerFocus.com. Welcome to the Monday Q&A call on the SpeakerFocus.com platform. We are here each and every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern to answer the difficult questions to help you grow your speaker brand. So you don't have to feel around in the dark anymore, so you don't have to guess. We take all of the guesswork out. We shine the light on things that you are dealing with in your speaker business to make it grow exponentially. So now, with that being said, we welcome people from all over the world who are going to be catching this on a replay and also who are with us live to answer or to get their questions answered, or you can share your wins. I love it when you share your wins because that means you are cycling through each part of the curriculum and you are building your messaging. You are starting to understand how that messaging connects with what is going on in the world today. And you're starting to understand how to put together all the right sales tools so you can save yourself a lot of talking. Remember, let the sales tools do the talking for you. And you are learning how to be entrepreneurs on this platform. We build better entrepreneurs. If you already were one coming in here, we can make you better as a result of you being associated with this program. And also the next stage is proper management of social media. Remember, you've got to control the narrative in every single facet, from your messaging to your sales tools to social media, which you can do for free every single day. You can build relationships, and that kind of connectivity has never been there for us before as professional speakers. And remember, I've been speaking since 1986. I'm a pre-internet speaker, pre-social media. Social networks have changed the game when it comes to connecting with your target buyer. You want to blow your business up really fast. You've got to learn to deal with all the shit that's making you feel uncomfortable when it comes to technology. Then we want your business to be automated. We want you to start attracting prospects to your brand. And then it's all about managing those prospects properly, having the right kind of pricing conversation, negotiating the right way. We are here to help you with each and every thing that you have going on, every pain point, every ailment that you have in your speaker business. Trust and believe, we are the remedy in this industry, the gold standard, if you will, when it comes to getting it right, because I simply don't have time to be holding your hand, playing games and pussyfooting around. If we're going to get to it, let's get to it. You hired us so we can help you. And we're here every single Monday to do that. When you send it, I love it when you send in support tickets because, you know, it's one of the areas where that's where we really earn our money. We earn our money on the Monday Q&A, and we earn our money answering support tickets. And I love it when you have the challenging questions, because with the kind of experience that I had in this industry for 36 years, and I stay abreast of what's going on, I make it my business to understand what's going on at a high level in this industry, really on all levels, if you want to be honest. And so therefore, I make it my business to be in the know so you can be in the know. And that's the mindset you should have for all of your clients as you are developing your speaking, coaching, and consulting businesses. You should be thinking about what it takes to be able to take your speaker business to a whole nother level. And the last thing we want you to have is all of the outreach templates, the booking information packet in specific, the speaker negotiating menu, a sound speaker engagement agreement, understanding what needs to go in your rider as a speaker. So you can remember, if you don't ask, if you don't negotiate, then you simply don't get it. And we want you being treated with respect. We want you earning the highest fees, and we want you being treated as a high fee speaker. So that means that your comfort is focus number one when you are touring. You want to be taken care of properly. You want to be compensated properly, because that makes it worth you being away from your family or the comforts of your home. So now, with that being said, you know the drill. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. But I want to get into a thought that I have to set the tone for this Q&A. And the tone of that messaging today is going to be, Rafa, I see your hand up. I'll be right with you, sir. I got to share this because this has been on my spirit for a long time. So here's what's happening. the things that you do unconsciously, like things that you don't even have to think about pertaining to your speaker business. Like some of you look really, really great on social media. You got a great brand. You're waking up, you're producing content. For some of you, that part is easy. For some of you, the messaging is easy. For some of you, module 1 and 2 really wasn't a real struggle. But at some point in this coaching program, you're going to hit a wall like every entrepreneur does. And then you're going to get in an area where you're not as skilled. And that's where the level of discomfort is going to come into play that's holding a lot of you back. I got to say it the only way I know how to say it. A lot of you are just letting the fear control you when you get into an arena of business that you're not skilled at. So let me just give you the top things on our platform and that I noticed that speakers are afraid of. They simply want to stay away from, let's call it the fucking danger zone. All right, that's what I'm going to call it. You are afraid of the danger zone. The danger zone for some of you is setting up the sales funnel. So then when you get to module 5, like, oh man, you're sending in support tickets, you're rocking, you're crushing shit all the way up to module 5. That's when we start teaching you how to do the outreach. And many of you, I mean, your engagement and availability and effort plummets like some bad stock. Now you need to think about that. Why does that happen? Because some of you don't have a problem with the messaging. Some of you, the messaging is your Achilles heel. So you struggle. You don't ask for the help to get you through the rough times. The reason why you hire the world's #1 speaker coach and a company who is in the top 5 of digital marketing experts on planet Earth who actually know how to convert prospects at a really, really high level. And I've never had so much fun in sales ever in my life over the last 7 to 10 years. That's because I reached a level of mastery. So I don't have a fear of selling. I don't have a fear of sales cycle management. I don't have a fear of dealing with objections. I eat that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, that's me. I still got some areas in my life where I'm struggling and I got to get into attack mode if I expect to overcome these demons that visit you in the middle of the night when you're sleeping, having a real good dream. Some dark night on a horse is coming in there trying to snatch your joy away. You ever had those dreams before where you're actually sleeping, your eyes are closed and you got a smile on your face? You could actually see yourself in it. You could like touch it. The colors are so vibrant. And all of a sudden the demon comes in there and shakes you up and starts testing your courage. It starts testing all the things that you know that you got to deal with when you actually wake up. See, there's a subconscious part of your dream. That's what we rest and repair, cellular regeneration, mental regeneration. The subconscious mind is still processing goals while you're asleep. Then you have the part where you got to open up your eyes, and that's when you really got to deal with the fear. Now, do you want the demon following you around all day with the shit that's been tapping you on the shoulder, bothering you all night long? Now you're going to let it control you during the day and disrupt your work schedule? So the bottom line is, if you are not in attack mode, you're going to get attacked. That's when you're going to get backed up on your heels. And that's when you are going to continuously be afraid of whatever the thing is that is controlling you. For some of you, it's the messaging. We're here to help you get over the hump. There's not one time somebody sent in messaging, and we've had from horrible to outstanding. Mostly everybody struggles with their messaging, and they got to get me involved in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong. So just deal with yourself, look in the mirror, and get over your fears. So some of you crush it. Messaging, no problem. Sales tools, no problem. Speaker video demo, no problem. Speaker info kit. Boom, I got a graphic design on that, KTR. No problem. Okay. Oh, KTR, module 3, I got a business already set up. It already fits into that golden triangle system, speaking, coaching, and consulting. I got an LLC. Okay, good for you. Yay, I can facilitate credit card transactions. Some of you already got coaching and consultancy set up, so you're making money. Let's get to module 4. Some of you do an outstanding job. You look amazing with your attire, no matter what you have on. Some of you doing an amazing job managing your social media, and some of you aren't doing shit. That's because the fear has got you in a chokehold like a wrestling move, and your ass wants to tap out. 1, 2, 3, you're out. Fear is literally choking you like a weed in your garden. Then some of you get the module 5. See, this is when you start slowing down in the program because your ass don't want to reach out for no help. You don't want to send that support ticket to Auston and say, I'm struggling. Listen, what is wrong with dealing with embarrassment? The definition, the very definition of a mentor to mentee relationship is you don't understand what's going on. You're going to feel embarrassed. You're going to feel inadequate. It's going to feel very fucking uncomfortable around here sometimes because I'm doing my job. If I'm doing my job, you should be feeling uncomfortable. What? You thought this was going to be easy? Oh, I'm sorry. You thought that you weren't going to be held accountable. Wrong, because I told each and every one of you the same exact thing prior to us processing your payment. But some of you are letting the demons and the fear follow you around all day long. And I don't know why you can't open up an email and hit support@speakerfocus.com, put a subject line on it, and just drop your deficiency, challenge, limitation, fear, demonoid that's following. I don't give a shit what you put in there. Just take action. And then let me deal with it. Let Auston and the tech team deal with it. We'll get you through like every single time. But damn, do I need to show up at your residence? What we got to start doing? Making threats? Come on now, you got to do your part. So when the demon comes to visit you, you got to woman or man up and face your fears. And a lot of you are dealing with the social media. It's got a stranglehold on you. So does the automation and the technology. So you're crushing it all the way up until you get there. And then I ask you, when you send in the support ticket, I just had 3 students on our platform. I had the same conversation with them last week. I could hear them stressing. I could hear that money was tight. Well, your money is going to continuously be tight. Your credit cards are going to continuously be maxed out. God knows if I've been there, done that. If you don't take action, and if you don't get into attack mode, then that thing is going to control you. It is going to own your ass forever. Now, I don't want that to happen. So when you wake up the next day, you got to do better. I don't care what you did yesterday. All I care about is right now. Ralph, I appreciate your patience. I'll be right with you. I got to get this out because a lot of you are struggling with it. And if I don't share this with you, maybe you won't send in the support ticket. I don't know what you're embarrassed about. You don't need to be embarrassed with me. Oh, I got it. You don't want to share your shit with me because I'm not sharing my shit with you. Okay, well, guess what? Here's a strategy. And if this makes sense to any of you, then I want to see the support tickets flood in after this. See, I learned something a long time ago. It was a point in time when I used to care what people thought about me. I was in my early 20s. I was young. I didn't know any better. So I'm trying to make everybody happy. Recipe for disaster. So I'm moving through life and I'm starting to understand that doesn't work. I'm sitting here helping people. I'm sitting here helping people that aren't interested in helping me. I'm supporting and uplifting people that's not interested in supporting and uplifting me. So then I had to get smart. So then I start realizing that the things that I'm doing in my life, I got the wrong kind of activity happening here. So then I start realizing the people that were talking about me, they really didn't know me. But I said, you know what? I reached a point in my life when I said, okay, well, when everybody knows all of your deficiencies and limitations, see, this is what Kevin Hart does. Kevin Hart takes away your ability to demean him by talking about his height. He totally takes it off of the table. So he's going to bash him. So he's in a creative way. This man has made millions and millions of dollars on his brand by self-deprecating so that you can't do that to him. There's nothing about a short joke that Kevin Hart has not ever heard that he hasn't said about himself. So you know what? I learned this a long time ago. Well, watch this. Once you find out that I filed bankruptcy 3 times, then what are you going to say? Once you find out that I'm not embarrassed about any of this shit, because as a speaker and a coach and consultant, you got to be vulnerable. And some of you just don't want to be that vulnerable. You act like I'm going to judge you if you're going through some shit. We're all going through some shit right now. Everybody is going through some shit. So what do they see? Once you get it all out there, once you say, yeah, a couple of nervous breakdowns. Yeah, I've had a few. Credit cards maxed out, in debt up to my eyeballs. Let's say half of my entrepreneurial career has been hotter than hell. I didn't even want to be there, but I still had to get through it. The other half has been upper middle class, rich and wealthy. See, but you're not getting any of that unless you go through the struggles. But see, we all want to rain down on people with a shower of negativity when they're going through the rough stuff. See, when my shit was sitting tree high facing foreclosure, I couldn't even get $10. I couldn't even borrow. One time I couldn't even borrow $125 to rent a truck to get my shit out of there to take it to another property. So I've been through water, gas, electric, utilities cut off multiple times, eviction notices. They used to hang an eviction notice on me like a regular. Like I can read this shit verbatim. Repo man, constantly searching around my property, looking for the car. Oh man, was that a fun game. Watch this. Out of all the cars I had, which I had about 5 or 6 cars, probably, yeah, I'm gonna say 6 cars repoed. They got 3 and I kept 3. See, they won. They were just smarter than me, but then I learned how to hide shit better because I was in survival mode, broke, begging, desperation mode. Yeah, see, I've been that guy before. A lot of this shit y'all are pulling on me, I've been that guy before. Now we got it all out. I aired all my dirty laundry. Now you know who I am. I don't give a shit because I'm still going to wake up every day and attack my demons. I'm going to attack the shit that's attacking me because I'd be damned if I have went through all of that. You think I went through all those losses? I'm talking about painstaking losses. I've been through all those losses so I could wind up with nothing. This is the mindset you need to have with your speaker business. I don't care where you are right now, especially if you're at the bottom of the bottom, because God knows I've been there before. I am not here to judge you. I'm here to help you move through all your bullshit you're going through right now that you actually think is significant. See, you got to stop being selfish. See, when I reached the point where I knew that everything I was going through, it really didn't matter. See, because I was holding on to a little ray of light at the end of all those dark days to let me know that I was going to be okay. Now, if you can do that, then I'm here to support you even more. I got more respect for you if you just let me know what's going on. If you put the effort in, that's all I care about. Put in the effort. If this is resonating with you at all, you drop in a comment. More importantly, send me a support ticket. Because you got to be hardwired for this business called professional speaking. And if you're not prepared to share these kind of vulnerabilities in front of your audience, you are not doing your job as a professional speaker. The speaker stands center stage in the spotlight because they've overcome their bullshit and they actually are emotionally strong enough to share it with their audience. If you're not ready, I suggest you get ready. And I don't care what light that you're in right now, how you feeling about yourself. It doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to start doing shit for positive change and then watch what happens. Rafa, talk to me. Thank you for letting me get that out and thank you for your patience.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Can you hear me over here?
Yeah, I hear you fine, brother.
Okay, cool. Bro, that I just need to take a moment. That almost brought me to tears. That was, oh my God. You know, I'll tell you, I had to listen to the whole thing up until that ray of light. Because if I'm being honest, that's kind of, I feel like you were speaking right to me. Every day I wake up and I fight those demons and they catch me during the day. And sometimes you can't see them. And the only time that I feel like I'm in a higher space is when I can come in here and receive a different mindset on how to shift forward and attack, on how to get myself going. And, you know, I'm going to ask a question in a moment here, but
Yeah, take your time, bro. Take your time.
it's just I'll take this opportunity to be vulnerable here because I think that that's how you let it off. And to be honest, I've never felt this level of pressure my whole entire life, ever. There's been things I've been through in my past where, you know, it was different because I was younger. It was parents, family, other things. But now with a wife and a child, and bro, I've taken on so much debt I can't even begin to discuss because of I've just put it all. The way my mindset has been up until this point is if I'm going to bet it all on somebody, it's going to be me.
That's right.
And I've been holding on to that little ray of light, but the closer you get, the heavier it feels, you know, and I'm letting it all out just because that's what keeps me down sometimes. But I'm still in it. I keep going. And I think you know where I'm at in this process. So now that that's off my chest, I appreciate you for listening. And I'll ask the question. I'm just in a position where, you know, it feels like I'm at the bottom of the barrel fighting for what I got to get. And so I'm working on outreach. And this question I'm about to ask is outreach specific. Okay. I've asked you in the past, it's how to address current and former clients. And what I really struggle with is I tend to develop very personal relationships with my clients. Right. So when I exit their presence, it's very hard to go back to them because it's very heavy and emotional and things just feel weird. However, they're really good people and it's great network and friendships and relationships. And I don't want to come and just be a taker and beg, but right. I'd like to help them and help their companies. And if you could just give me a word or two or guidance on how to facilitate a conversation with a past or current client that can help my speaking business versus my coaching business. Okay. You asked me a two-part question, how you deal with current and past clients. I'm going to come back to that one. Hold that thought. I mean, let's park it right there for a second, but let's go back to why you are going through this. See, a lot of times we don't understand why we got to go through the muck and mire and rise up out of that obscurity. We don't understand why we got to go through the dark days. We don't understand why we got to sacrifice. We don't understand why it's so much pain involved. Yeah. We don't understand why it has to hurt so much. And Rafa, I'm not talking about that slow burn that you get when you're in the gym, you know, and you're doing like supersets and all of that. See, remember at the beginning of the session, I was telling you, see, that's the discipline that you have in your life as a fitness coach. The wellness, the eating, the drinking of what, bro, you can do that shit. We don't even need to have that conversation. Do we need to spend time talking about that? Not at all. Not with you, but guess what? You want to be vulnerable? That's my struggle right now. I need more. It takes discipline to execute everything it is that I'm telling you right now. Yeah, I got extreme discipline with all the things I'm telling you that I'm really good at, that I'm sharing with all of you. You got the discipline when it comes to eating clean, exercising, waking up at a certain time. I'm getting in a routine to do that. I'm doing better. I just lost 15 pounds. Do I feel great? Yes. But every time I've lost 30, 40 pounds, I've always gained it back. So I have to prove to myself. I don't have to, nobody else. I got to prove to myself that I know I can lose it, but I've never been able to keep it off. And I'm literally fighting for my life. If I don't want to die of coronary disease, I got to get my blood pressure under control. And I know it. No one else is going to do it for me. Now it's coming down because my weight is coming down. I'm not eating. I'm not pulling up through the drive-through. This is all discipline. So let's talk about why you're going through the pain right now in your speaker business and in your other business. You know why? Because you're making power moves. You're waking up, making effort. Let me tell you something. The deeper you get into the game, the harder the levels it is. Rafa, you may be a little young to understand this analogy about this video game, but one of my favorite video games back in the day used to be called Donkey Kong. You remember a game called Donkey Kong? I do, yeah. Okay, so Donkey Kong was really, really huge in the like mid to late 80s. Huge. Me and my boys used to come over, we used to play it on his Nintendo 64 when it first came out. They had the best version of Donkey Kong for your home. But bro, we used to go to the Golden Dome in Greenbelt, Maryland and play Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Centipede, Popeye, all the classic video games and pinball machines. We used to stay in bro, we would spend any money we had and be in the Golden Dome
battling each other. So Donkey Kong has these levels. So for those of you who are not familiar with the game Donkey Kong, Rafa, you start out at the bottom level. Then Mario has to climb some stairs, and the donkey is at the top, and you're at the one, you got to go to the top and rescue the girl. He throwing barrels and shit on top of your head. It's fireballs that can burn you. You got to jump up and grab the hammer so you can, you know, smash the barrels, or you got to jump over the barrels and you score points. Now, when you get up the ladder and you get the girl, when you get to the top, the donkey's pissed. So he snatches the girl and it goes to another screen and the shit gets harder. It don't get easier. It gets harder and harder. It got that little elevator thing that you got to drop Mario down and then you got to hop off and get on another level. It's all kinds of obstacles that they're putting in the way. That's what business is every single day. You got shit falling on your head. Bro, the reason why you're going through so much pain, see, Rafa, the payoff, brother, is right around the corner. That little piece of light that you're hanging on to right now, I suggest you focus in on that. And don't focus on the pain, because you're going through so much of it right now, because look at all the work that you've done. See, they coming to get you. The demons is coming to get you because you're actually doing work that keeps them down. See, if you wasn't doing no work, they keeping you down. It sounds to me like you winning right now. The more pain, listen, brother, the more pain you're in, the more shit you're going through, the more obstacles that are being put in your way. All it's doing is testing your ability to overcome adversity. And if you lay down right now, and if you give up, bro, all you're doing is finding out what kind of man you are right now, what kind of business person that you are. This is what this shit will do. Let me tell you something, bro. On the days when I had the nervous breakdowns, and I've had a few, I didn't think I was gonna make it. But I made it through that shit. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to make it after the depression happened and it came out of nowhere when my dad passed away in 2010. I made it through that. I had a gastrointestinal disorder, GERD. I thought the shit was going to kill me. I just had pneumonia this year, the closest I ever came to dying, with the exception when I was hustling some dope and I had 3 or 4 people trying to kill me. I had 2 of my own cousins trying to kill me. With the exception of those worst days of my life, what the day I got locked up, nothing is more painful than the worst days of my life. So anything, when I talk about degree of difficulty, you want to talk about degree of pain. I ain't never been in that much physical pain when I had pneumonia like I did this year. That was just 4 months ago. I thought I was going to die. Rafa, there was times in my mind when I didn't know if I had, it was non-COVID related pneumonia, but I didn't know if I had it or not. I was just in so much pain, Rafa, and I'm keeping it 100 with you, bro. I just wanted to either die or have them, I just wanted to die, go to sleep, or have them give me something so I wouldn't feel no more pain. That's how much pain that I was in.
Holy shit.
I was worn out. I just didn't care.
Yeah.
But then watch this, right there when I was ready to give up some hope. They finished doing all the tests. They came in, they gave me some medicine. What was it? It was some morphine or it was some, they gave me I started perking when they sent me home. They gave me some morphine or something like that. And I started feeling better. And then I said, damn, I'm glad I ain't give up.
Yeah.
5 minutes ago, I was ready to die. Now I feel better. See, all you got to do is hold on. So what am I telling you to do, Rafa? I don't give a shit. There you go. I don't give a shit how excruciating. I like it when it gets excruciating.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it when I start getting anxiety and I'm trying to figure out how to work my way out of it. Watch this. Go to the massage chair, take a nap. I wake up, I got clarity. See, this is why you gotta have your mind free and clear. You can't be wrapped up in nobody else's drama. You ain't gonna never figure it out dealing with other people's bullshit.
Right.
This is why you got to keep your circle small. You got to get somewhere by yourself so you can operate and you can think.
Yeah.
Think, and the answer will come to you. There's no problem known to man or woman that we can't solve. You just don't have the solution to it yet because you haven't sat in silence enough. Silence is the voice of meditation. Silence is the voice of meditation. If you sit there and shut up and just watch how it comes to you, the universe is going to start channeling and you're going to start figuring all your shit out. And you're going to get what I call clarity of focus.
Wow.
Right? Now let's move on to the next one. Did I make that clear enough for you?
Clarity of focus. Absolutely.
Y'all not ready for me today. Shit, I may go till 9, 10 o'clock tonight. All right,
can I ask you a question? Can I ask
yes,
you a
sir.
question?
Yeah.
Is it the hat? Is it the hat or what? What's got you?
I don't know. Under my brim is red. I'm on fire. It may be the hat.
I feel it.
Bro, when I wear one of these hats, I literally feel like I'm stronger, bro. I feel like I got superpowers.
Bro, I feel it from here. I swear to God, keep going.
Like seriously, bro. My mother taught me how to coordinate all my outfits when I was like 4 years old. I never forgot it. When I'm coordinated from top to bottom, I'm talking socks, drawers, everything match, bro. Everything.
Yeah.
I feel special.
Yeah.
See, what does Deion Sanders say? When you feel good on the inside, when you look good on the outside, you're gonna feel good on the inside, and vice versa. Now, let me get to the current clients versus past clients. What should be your approach? First of all, I love the way that you let your personality get into your fitness brand. So that's the thing that the clients like about you the most. That's the reason why they don't ever want to let you go. But one-on-one coaching is exhaustive, and then they get spoiled because you're there for them all the time. See, when you build a platform and now you deal with them through support and you deal with them on the Q&A, people are like, okay, TR, am I going to ever get a chance to talk to you? You can talk to me all day long on the Q&A. Well, I'm not hiding from nobody. But I am not going to be on the phone with you for an hour. How is that productive? You should be doing some work. When you need my help, you need to send me a support ticket and we get through it together. See? So your current clients, you should just see the things that you're doing well. You should just keep doing those things. But let's talk about the things that you aren't doing well with your clients. One of your struggles in past Zoom sessions have been managing a sales cycle and closing. Would that be correct?
Absolutely. Yes.
Most people, that's their problem. Everybody in sales, and you're in sales one way or another, you just may not realize that. This is the reason why we offer sales cycle training on this platform, because your income is directly related to what type of salesperson that you are. And if you aren't making a real high income, it's because you're not really good at sales. So that's why you got to get better at sales. See, again, you got to deal with the excruciating pain of learning to overcome that so you can move on to something else. Now, what I would be doing if I were you to all of my current and then past clients, watch this strategy. All your past clients, you need to get them on the phone and call them tomorrow. I got thousands of past clients. I have a list of about maybe 300 to 400 that I even care about anymore. The ones that pay me the higher fees, the ones that I know I got outstanding strategic partnerships with, I call those, I stay in contact with them all the time. Handwritten notes, gift cards, sometimes something that I know about them, their favorite at Christmas time. I put them on a Christmas card list, or I send them something special, or I give them a call. Hey man, isn't your daughter turning 7 this year? Damn, KTR, how'd you remember that? I told you about that like 3 years ago. See, I got all of these notes in my CRM. So when I go back in, I got everything about the client. I got it in my head. The shit that matters to them is the stuff that should matter to you. Now, so what I would do if I were you, I would say, hey, I'm just reaching back out. Hey, it's Rafa. I'm just reaching back out. And I wanted to, just, let you know what I was doing, try to figure out how you and your family been doing through the pandemic. And then I wanted to let you know about some new things that I have that's really been helping people and companies get on a whole nother level. So we'll talk about that at the very, very end. Tell me how you and your family are doing. Caring and sharing. Not some bullshit. How are you and your people doing? Talk to me about what's going on in your house first. Because watch this. These days, you're going to get people, it's going to be 60-40. Or it may be 70-30. It may be 70-30, 60-40, 60 bad, 70 bad, and only 30 or 40% they got some good stuff happening in their lives. The pandemic has been a mother on everybody. Some of us have not been faring well through the pandemic. So the first thing you need to check on, and I guarantee you, there's not one person that I've talked to on the phone about the pandemic that the most I've ever heard is somebody locally lost 7 people. I'm talking his wife, his brother, 2 best friends, and 3 other people. The guy told me he lost 10 people. He directly knows 10 people that died due to the pandemic. Underlying causes is how everybody's going out. So ask about that first. Okay. Then after you finish exchanging pleasantries, then you need to talk about, okay, well, and then, hey, give them something to help. Hey, a lot of people going through that, man. Yeah, it's dangerous. Let that cycle out of that and then pivot into, so tell me how things going at your job. I remember when I was there, we were talking about this. Oh yeah, KTR management has changed. We got a new COO, CFO. Our COO is getting ready to leave. CEO is getting ready to leave in another 30 days. We're rebuilding. Man, I hear all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So many companies don't have an HR department, or the HR department got blown up and they got to put it back together. Do you realize these companies are having to redefine the way they're doing business? And they're having to figure this shit out without a blueprint. So that's where the speaker, coach, and consultant comes in. Okay. The ones that actually have some value that can help them navigate through this bullshit are the ones that's going to get the lion's share of the revenue. So what you should be doing with your past clients, you should be, watch this, see this? This is what they do when you go to the doctor. They're taking your pulse. They take it up in your neck. They take it on the wrist. They hook you up to the blood pressure machine. All them gauges and shit when you're in the hospital. That's what you should be doing to your clients. That's the only way you're going to gather intel to be able to service them properly. See, so many of you are so wrapped up into getting the bread that you don't want to focus on the service first. See, I make so much money because I get in there where nobody else wants to get in there. You know why? Because it's too uncomfortable. But you have to utilize your people skills and your personality skills in order to make sure that your services are a great fit for the client. Am I making sense to you what I'm saying?
100%. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So maybe you can help me.
Real quick, Rafa, hold that thought. Samantha and Brian Rehorn, I'll be right with you. Let me see if I got anybody else. Okay, thank you so much for your patience. Samantha and Brian, I'll be right with you as soon as I finish up with Rafa. Rafa, go ahead and finish.
Maybe I could get a mindset shift on the sales part of this, because I'm picking up what you're putting down in terms of going in there, connecting with the family, hearing them out, and then from there transitioning into, well, how are things at work? I remember, and then they'll go into the litany of issues that they have. And then but the objective is you're taking their pulse, so you're gathering information and going through the detail. Now, this in past experience, and specifically, Kev, when I was doing the multi-marketing, what would happen is that I would call a lot of either friends or past clients, and I would start with some sort of human connection. And then I would always get kind of weird when it came to asking for some level of business. And I received so much negative feedback. And I know that's how the multi-level marketing world can be. Right. So I'm still kind of trying to shake that off. And as I go into this with my past clients, I'm like, am I doing something wrong by knowingly going in there and talking about the family first and then utilizing that as business? You know what I mean? Is there something deceitful about that? Because that's maybe, I know it's me in my head. So am I not seeing the value of myself? What is stopping me there?
Okay. All right, this is indicative of an attitude of somebody who's been exposed to multi-level marketing. The stigma that multi-level marketing has, even though it is the best way to market a product, because you got to go through the distributor or the sales rep to get it. And a lot of these companies, especially the ones that's making billions of dollars or that's been around a long time, like Amway, they actually have great products. That's why they do so well. But the stigma that goes along with it, watch this. If I tell you, watch this, promises are made to be what?
Broken.
Okay. The customer is always what?
The custom is always
no, the customer. The customer. When they say customer, don't argue with
is always right.
The customer is always right. Okay. Now, just like your favorite song, if I told you to sing me the hook right now, you know every single word.
Right.
So when it comes to when it comes to you managing a client, you got to make sure that you have these presets. These things are programmed in our mind. When I say the customer is always right.
Right.
So watch this. Multi-level marketing. When you say multi-level marketing, people think of a pyramid scheme.
Right.
See, that's the stigma that comes along with that business. That's why so many people have a difficult time selling it. Because as soon as they get hit with, oh man, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. And I know what I'm talking about. I've done about 5 to 6 or 7 multi-level marketing business opportunities when I was in my 20s. I tried it all.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. I couldn't catch on. I didn't understand why the people would see. I wasn't really skilled at sales when I was real young. Yeah, street sales, selling dope, but dope is not a legitimate opportunity that has a pay structure and a downline and managing relationships and training and da-da-da. I wasn't good at that in my 20s. So that's the reason why many people fail. So think about the stigma. You got to let go of the stigma. That's where the pain is, Rafa, I'm telling you about. This shit feels uncomfortable because you're still thinking, okay, after I call my hot list, my cold list, now what? I don't have no more prospects. You got to let that old shit go. I'm teaching you, how to manage a sales cycle from contact to close. We walked through it last week or the week before last, right on the Q&A. Now you understand what step comes next. See, so watch this. Most people they suck or they're horrible at sales because they don't have a process. Most people are uncomfortable with sales. Like I'm talking nervous, scared, panicky, feeling extra anxiety. You know why? It's not fun for them. Sales isn't fun because they haven't mastered it.
Right. You
got to deal with the pain. And right now, you're just going through the pain and learning to release it. I'm going to get you over a period of time. You're going to learn to master it, just like you've done a lot of things on this platform.
I see. And now that you say it that way, I understand completely, because the thing is I worked for Best Buy for 7 years. I sold personal training at Equinox for 3 years. Yep. I've done multi-level marketing. And when you learn different systems, you hold on to them. And to be honest, I was just like, I'm a master at sales was my thought. I'm the best. I'm the shit. And I stepped onto this platform. It's like, oh, whoa, hold on, settle down. You need to learn how to sell. Right. And he's teaching you how to sell. And as you said this now, I can let go of that by letting go of the pain, but that only comes through the effort of putting yourself back into the ring. But as I go back into the ring, I understand now that the tool that I have is to manage the sales cycle from contact to close. And I understand the intent with going into the past and former clients of getting to know them, actually caring and looking to serve and gather intel and not focusing on the end game, right? So
before you can start talking to a client about any product or service that you have right now, whether or not that's the addition of the speaking services on top of everything else you were doing, before you can start talking to them about any of that, you got to reset it. You got to find out how they're doing. You got to rekindle your relationship with them. See, that's all in managing a relationship properly. And then watch this. Then you want to say, well, the reason for my call. The client always wants to know the reason. This is a great word to use when you're in business. Well, the reason for my call is I want to be able to understand what the landscape is or the climate is at your organization. You know, I've been dealing with a lot of clients that are struggling through the pandemic, whether or not it's personally and professionally. Well, I had to really study the market, and me and my team have come up with a way to provide value for people who are struggling both personally and professionally to help them achieve their wellness and health goals. You see what I just did?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See, that's because I understand where to place the words and how to talk to people. And that's really all it is. You will have fun with sales when you understand how to manage a sales cycle and you develop some level of mastery over proper placement of the words and listening. You're going to make more money by listening. And then when it's your turn to speak, you better over-deliver on the value. See, everybody's going to tell you that they're busy. That's bullshit. I know what the prospect's gonna say before they even say it. Everybody gonna try to say that they're busy. Guess what? Nobody tells me that they're busy because you're the one to schedule a call with me. I'm the one that got the leverage. See, but when you're scheduling, when you're trying to get on somebody else's calendar, when you're doing outreach, see, that's the reason why Auston wants you to do the outreach, put the booking link in there, and get them to schedule a call with you. People typically, when they say yes, they see the value in the email, and then they are damn sure going to pull up all your contact information to see if you're worth their time. When they say yes, remember that we call that pre-selling of your services. They're going to go to your website, download your speaker video demo, download your speaker info kit, look at your messaging, check out your social media, and it's going to help them make a decision whether or not I need to go, oh, damn, this guy has massive value. See, if you can get their attention when they schedule a call with you, they're calling to get help. See, this is a paradigm shift. A lot of you are like, oh my God, I got a calendar full of people I got to deal with today. No, you don't have to deal with those people. Those people are calling me so they can get some help. Now, the ones who really want the help have to make the determination of whether or not my services are a good fit for what they're going through. My services remedy the pain. My services fix a problem. My services help them overcome an obstacle. It helps them stress less. It takes away the guesswork, gets them out of the dark, gets them out of the red into the black. That's what your services should do. If your services don't, you got no business talking to anybody on the phone about anything. See, and the majority of the confidence that you hear in my voice and delivery and me moving these word sequences around in my head and delivering to you with such a level of mastery without effort is because I'm the one with all the knowledge. Why wouldn't I be excited? My little brother's name is Auston Troyer. Bro, we're in the top 5 digital marketing experts on planet Earth who even know what they're doing in this space that has been new for the last 7 to 10 years. Why do you think you keep seeing the same people's ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube pre-roll ads? Why do you think you keep seeing the same people's ads? It's only a handful of people in the world that know how to operate at this level. Why wouldn't I be confident? Well, my business partner got my back and I got his. We created a platform. We saw it in the marketplace. It's a lot of holes in this game. Oh, bro, we could plug in that one, that one, that one. Auston was like, bro, that's called a blue ocean. I said, what is that? We're out there by ourselves with the way we operate. See, and Ralph, I'm going to wrap up your question or comment, then I'm going to move on to Samantha. If you have the ability to over-deliver, you're going to win. If you have a great product or service, you're going to win. If you know how to solve problems for customers, you're going to win. And I'm talking big, because most of these jackwagons out here are clout chasing. Everybody's chasing money. Nobody wants to serve at a high level. I can look at their offer and tell what they're all about. They're trying to extract your credit card information 10 minutes into the call. That's how you know they got a weak program. If they coming on real strong with a sales pitch, that means their program is some bullshit. That means their offer, no matter what it is some bullshit. When they're real pushy, that's when a red flag should go up. When it feels more, it doesn't feel transactional and it feels educational, that's how you know that you're giving your money and spending your money with the right company or the right product or the right service. And those people who are very skilled at sales are the ones that make the lion's share of the revenue, in the speaking industry ain't no different. You better come to deal with your fears. You better come to tolerate this pain and increase your threshold. And the only way to do that is to get more information. Ralph, I got your question. You're having a technical problem. No problem. I know you heard me. Submit a support ticket, brother. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Samantha, you're on live.
All right. Happy Monday. So KTR, I love the kickstart of this meeting. And I have to tell you, you're here for our accountability. And I'm gonna put this out there. You could do what you want with it. but accountability is a beautiful thing. I celebrated your 15 pounds, and I don't know what your goals are, but I'm gonna challenge you because it's the coach in me, and I
That's
don't
right.
have time to coach nobody because I ain't accepting clients. But I talk to you every Monday, so I want you to tell us your progress every Monday. When you do your intro, give us an update on your health and wellness journey. And every week is not going to be I lost 2 pounds. It might be like I was able to press 20 more pounds than I was ever able to press before. Whatever that is.
That's right.
That's my challenge to you because you challenge my ass all the time. So I'm gonna kick it back because it's my space.
That's fair. Hey, Sam, that's fair because, you know, me and Austin are accountability partners with, we take the same supplements. It's a company called Viome. I'm not making any money from it. I just, you know, he just
I'm familiar with Viome. We have it here too.
Yeah, attacking disease at the cellular level. I'm feeling so great on the inside. You know, I got my app. I can look at my superfoods. I got a refrigerator full of superfoods right now, and that's what's keeping me on track. And I'm not just eating all the wrong things and eating too much of it. So yes, I will do a check-in on a Monday. If I forget for whatever reason, I don't have a problem with doing that because me and Austin are doing that right now, holding each other accountable. I don't mind that at all.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Viome is cool. The process to get the data is not for everybody because everybody ain't about that life. But you and I know what it is, and that's enough said.
Yeah, hey, you're right. They're not about that life because it's like going to the doctor.
It's worse than going to the doctor. The doctor do what they do with the doctor. You're your own doctor.
You're your own doctor. That's right. You know, but you know what, Samantha? How bad did I want it? I wanted it pretty bad, so I was open to making the change. When you first realize that that's what you have to do with the test kit and mailing it back in, you're like, okay, that's weird. But you know what? But hey, I plan on doing more retests because I want to see my numbers get better in some areas where I know I need help, and attacking them from a scientific level is working for me. And I knew I would find something one day that would. So yeah, definitely. I definitely appreciate that. What's your other question or comment?
So you want to know what my win is? So here's the win. And it's a part of the vulnerability part. So I got into it with my daughter and I was like in her face. And she was like, this is the motivational piece that people need to see. And I was like, I could have been offended. And I thought to myself, I was like, first of all, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a professional speaker.
Okay.
Second of all, I never said that this journey was a linear journey and that because I was doing this, that meant that everything was perfect because there's no perfection in the journey. And so I just was like, you know what? It's good that you recognize that. That means I'm putting in the work and everything that I'm doing exudes my new pathway. And that's the part that I celebrate with it, that I'm doing it so much that everybody sees that that's what it is.
Yep.
So that's my win/vulnerable moment. But my specific question is, so I've not jumped ahead to the modules. I'm on week 2. I got slowed down a little bit last week, but I'm also having my speaker info kit built out. So I guess my question is there a module specifically that I need to fast forward to make sure that it's in alignment with how we build it out?
Okay, so if you build, if you already approved your signature programs and your bio, which I believe both of them got approved, is that correct?
Correct.
Yes. Okay, so now obviously module 2 is really focusing on building your sales tools and then choosing the right target market and then designing sales tools that would be complementary, that would attract your target buyer. And that's the reason why we do the website that is leadership centric and meeting planner friendly. And that's the reason why you need the great speaker sizzle reel, about 3 to 5 minutes, demonstrating your ability to deliver your signature programs. If you have live footage, that always works great. Nothing is more impactful than seeing you rock it in front of a live audience for a meeting planner, especially doing call and responses. And when you got them eating out of your hand, it's just nothing is more impactful than that. And also too, obviously the speaker info kit. And when I say illustration beats conversation, There's so many speakers. There, when your location is, Sam, you fall into a trap. This is something that a lot of business professionals do, and I deal with them every single day. They lack listening skills, and they've been denied for so long that they have a chip on their shoulder and they feel like they got to prove themselves. So you got to let that shit go. I used to trap people in the corner at a networking event, by the way, who were not capable of paying me to speak. And I was just telling everybody in the party who would listen that I was a motivational speaker, and I was walking around broke. See, I don't care about any of that stuff. My services are going to go to people that actually care. If I'm going to get told no, I'm going to get told no by a person who's capable of hiring me. See, remember, you win by attrition. Managing a sales funnel and filling up your pipeline is simply a numbers game. If I'm talking to 100 meeting planners a month, and that's low, that's like easy to do. You spread out 100 over a 30-day period, and I'm only looking to book myself 3 to 4 times a month. And see, a lot of you are thinking to yourself right now, well, damn, that's a lot of meeting planners. No, it's not. No, it's not. That is not a lot of leads at all. Austin can press a button and send out one email right now and get 200 calls booked. Literally 200 people be trying to jockey for position to get on my calendar. See, that kind of marketing is a skill. We're here to teach you that level of skill. So what does that really boil down to? That really comes down to you moving to the next stage. Don't focus. Listen, I don't need you mired in the video lessons, but I do need you taking action on understanding what your target market is, and then getting the graphic designer on your entire full-blown speaker info kit. Some of you are turning in half-ass speaker info kits. If you can do better, then show me. And Samantha, obviously I'm not talking to you because I haven't seen yours yet. I'm just saying, right? You're sending in stuff that's not aligned the right kind of way. Some of you who are trying to design it on your own and trying to be cheap, you need to put a graphic designer on it, because all I'm going to do when you send it to me, I review it. But I'm going to say, okay, you got some alignment issues that look like you put this shit together yourself. And they're going to be like, yeah, I did put it together myself. Okay, well, maybe you should hire a graphic designer, somebody from Fiverr, pay them $250, let them pick you out a really nice, clean template. You give them the colors of your brand, and then they go ahead and crush your speaker info kit so I can give you a stellar review. And then you got that part done. So Sam, the only thing I would be doing if I were you right now, and I know you probably already got a graphics and a web team, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I were you, I would be, first of all, so I can give you the little footnote so you don't have to find it. Send me a support ticket and say, hey, KTR, I need the to-do list, the website to-do list, speaker info kit to-do list, speaker video demo. And I'll also send you the students on our platform who are crushing it, so you can see some great examples. Do a little cross-check, cross-reference. Oh, I like that template. I like that. Okay, I got my own style. I know what I want to do. Get your graphic person on it and start getting them the content for your speaker info kit. While that's working, go over here and talk to your web design people and say, hey, this is what needs to happen on my website. Remember, Sam, it needs to be meeting planner friendly. It needs to be a freaking playground for the meeting planner. 2 things I need you to do when you're working with meeting planners, and I cannot say this enough. Make it easy for the meeting planner to do business with you, and teach them how to give you money. Your website, speaker video demo, and speaker info kit all do that. And it needs to be real simple. If you got a book, no problem. You can put the book on there. But it doesn't need to be mired in every service that you have, looking like the Chinese food carryout store menu item 1 through 99. And that's what most speakers do. Ooh, I got a youth program. They think they're going to catch all the money. Ooh, I got a faith-based program. Here's my government contract. I see this stuff every day. I got a corporate and association program. Oh, here's my university program if you need to hire me for the colleges, right? They got a program for everybody. That is a generalist, and generalists earn $0 to $1,000. They get the occasional $1,500, $2,500. But when you look like a generalist, no meeting planner in their right mind when you're offering everybody everything, is going to pay you to 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 plus thousand fees that you deserve as a consummate professional that you are. There's no way they're going to give you that unless your sales tools look fire. Now, I've already looked at some of your stuff on the fitness side, Sam, and your content and your professional attire is just impeccable. All right. So I'm not even worried about that with you when it comes to the sales tool. But what we want to do is a lot of speakers be overthinking shit. Just get the content organized, give it to the graphic designer. Send me over the first draft. When they send you a first draft, send it to me. When your web people get the website up and running, send it to us so we can take a look at it. I'll tell you this needs to go there, this thing. Remember, I'm looking at it like the meeting planner's looking at it. So if I were all of you, and you're going to see this coming on, I got a brand new site getting ready to launch. We're getting ready to upgrade KevinTRobertson.com again. And you're going to see me have the problem that all these companies, because I've been on the phone, I've been emailing, I've been doing massive research for like 9 months about what's been going on with the pandemic. So on my website, I'm going to have the problem that the pandemic proposed, and then I'm going to have the solution that my signature program can offer to remedy that problem. And it's going to be a bunch of tools on the website strictly for the meeting planner. That's why the website is set up. I'm not on there to do anything except for move professional speaking tour dates and get deposits to take them tour days off my calendar and offer them to my clients. So that's what I would say if I were you right now. You're in a space where you can really build up a lot of momentum right now, Sam. So just get the to-do list and put your people on it and then send it over to me for approval. Now let's pick a timeline of when you think you're gonna be able to get this stuff done.
Oh, KTR, don't get me started. Don't get me my blood pressure up. I'm working with a team that I'm not really that confident in. It's very slow. This isn't a team that I picked out, because if I had picked it out myself, I'd be in a different space, but I'm moving slow. However, like I like what you just said, actually, how like when you go onto your website, you immediately are able to identify what problem you solve and then going to the solutions. I don't know that what I have has that. Is that something that like I get some power phrases and sound bites when I'm doing my website part build out? Like I didn't go ahead. I don't know.
Yeah, it's in there, Sam. Remember, what's your mainstay headline that we approve?
Oh, have a leadership keys that unlock confidence.
Yeah, come on, Sam, say it like you mean it. Please, can I get it one more time?
Leadership keys that unlock confidence.
There you go. Well, that's the first thing I need to see in my face, along with one of those very, very professional photos that you have in one of your many professional business suits that you have. That's striking. And then right under that, you can have your little slogan. Mine is magnifying success in your personal and professional vision, whatever it is. And then boom, you slide up a little bit more and you see my speaker video demos right there in your face. And then you see testimonials. You see a celebrity photo gallery. Boom, then you see my signature programs. So what I'm going to do on a new website, I'm going to create a 3 to 5 minute video. So when you click on the signature program, there's a sizzle video to describe each one of the signature programs. See how that works? Just a little, just hit them with a little bit of it. Talking to the meeting planner. Hey, meeting planners, conference coordinators. I know the pandemic has been really, really rough on all of us. Well, I've been talking to my clients all across the globe. And what I found are the top 3 things that everyone is struggling with throughout the pandemic. And what does it require for us to lock in to overcome those obstacles? It requires you to be focused. So what I'd like to do is be able to build out some focus strategies for your executive team and talk about how we can keep your employees more engaged, because we have a lot of your team members are disengaged. Your communication is down. Productivity is down. Morale is down. So we can increase these things, increase your level of productivity, decrease your level of stress to get you exactly where it is that you need to be. By looking at the signature program or taking a peek at what we have to offer, you are going to see blah, 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 blah. See how that works, Samantha?
So that's what's gonna happen at Showcase?
That's exactly what's going to happen at Showcase. Yes, you're going to be sharing all the benefit. That's exactly what I want you to do at the Showcase. You're going to act like when you're on stage, you're not just talking to the audience. You are talking to the meeting planner. Now, you don't necessarily have to say their name. But see, I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people don't really know who they're talking to. And this is very good to talk about this, Samantha, while you're in module number 2. Module 2 is, who is your target buyer? Who's your target audience? Who is target buyer, target buyer, target audience, and target market? I apologize. You have to identify with who you're speaking to. Because if you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. Remember, you don't want to be a generalist. That's a motivational or inspirational speaker. I'm just going to go in here and motivate everybody. I'm just going to give them a blanket, pre-canned message, some sloppy, drippy, syrupy bullshit. And I'm going to hit them with a little soft shoe dialogue. That's what I'm going to do. That's what a motivational speaker does. But a professional speaker, they are a specialist, subject matter expert, leading authority, and trusted advisor. They're going to lock in on one message. They're going to lock in on it. So when the meeting planner goes to your website, they're going to know exactly what you do. Then it gets the wheels spinning. Sam, as soon as they look at your website, they're going to clearly see that you're in aviation. They're going to clearly see that you are a unicorn, power boss that offers extreme value. Where are they going to get all that from, Samantha? Your headlines, topics, titles, descriptions, sellable and bookable marketing language that we've been helping you with. Your signature programs are already designed. You need to pull out some sound bites from your signature programs and get on that stage and set it on fire and leave it in particles. That's what I want you to do at Showcase. Talk to the meeting planner. Talk about the value that you know that is in your signature programs. That's all I want you to do. You got any other questions or comments?
Yeah, are there, so for Showcase, there are guests, like, is it a room to where when the camera captures, it looks like there's like a lot of people, like what does that look like?
Yes, we're gonna have it. It's gonna be speakers. Think about the Showcase as like a live, you're doing a live taping in front of an audience. This is a controlled production environment. I sent out a logistic email today. I'm not sure if you got it. I know you probably just got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a controlled environment. So it's going to be, your colleagues are going to be in the audience. Every speaker is required to support other speakers when they're on stage. And then you're going to have their guests. And then there's going to be some specially invited VIP guests, and a couple celebrity speakers are coming as well. We got an opening keynote celebrity speaker and the closing keynote celebrity speaker. That's what's going to be in your audience.
Okay.
But that being said, just because those are your colleagues in your audience, who are you going to make your messaging for?
The meeting planner.
There you go. Because we're not in the audience to hire each other to speak, but I'm creating an environment where you can capture the best content and paint the picture in the very best lighting possible to create a masterpiece. That's what we're doing. So we're going to control the environment to get you the footage that you need, because remember, Samantha, marketing is me making you believe what I want you to believe. The meeting planner is going to say, you crushed it. They're not going to say where you got the footage from. That's not how they think. They think when they go to your website, they just need to see what they need to see, which is, oh my God, this is a pretty good video. Oh, it has the value. Oh, she told us who she was, what she does. She told us how it benefits us. Oh my God, look at that signature. Look at the title of that messaging right there. Hey, board members, hey, listen to this. Okay, guess what? We're gonna put her in the pile of speakers that we want, because we're looking for about 15 to 20 speakers at this next upcoming conference. We're gonna put her name in the hat over here. And all of the whack speakers that don't have anything about what I'm telling, they don't even get in the conversation. You can't even talk to a quality meeting planner without any of this stuff that I'm telling you about right now. That's
Okay.
why I'm telling you, it needs to be put together the right way. And you need to strategically talk about verbiage and word sequences. All this stuff needs to be talked about so you can get it in front of the meeting planner and speak to them in terms they understand. It's called pre-selling, Samantha. You're going to pre-sell your professional speaking services. It makes it so much easier. See, people can go to my social media. They can do a Google search on me. They can go to my website. They can go to my business website. They can look at all of my videos. They can go to the YouTube channel, see how I help clients. They can look at the testimonials. They can look at how much service we provide for other people. They can see the product. They can see the branding. I don't have to say anything when they call me on the phone. That's why I have, again, confidence comes from doing. When you finish your sales tools and now you got your messaging done, now you got leverage. Leverage equals confidence. Now, when you get good at attracting meeting planners to your brand, that's why you're gonna be able to tell people, no, I don't want to come do that speaking engagement. No, I don't want to do that. I've been there. I've done that already. Nah, y'all only got $2,500. I'll pass. I'm thinking more 10. I think I'll wait it out. See, some people can afford to wait it out. You know why? Because they got leverage. When we're desperate, we take anything. But when you're attracting the right kind of client, the client is being attracted to your brand just because of the sales tools. And I'm telling you, when it's put together right, I don't have to work hard to sell when I'm on the phone. All I got to do is ask you some questions first. Number one, qualifying questions. Why can I qualify you? Most of the people that I talk to on the phone, they can't even believe that they're talking to me. They can't even believe it. Damn, I actually got KTR on the phone. Yes, this is me.
Okay.
This is me. Okay, now, oh man, KTR, now before they get into their long story, I said, hold, slow down. Man, KTR, I just finished watching your video, man. Okay, listen, I know you're excited. It's okay. I got a few questions I want to ask you. Then I could tell you what we can offer you. We got to see whether or not we're a good fit for each other. Then I walk them through the process. Then I let them talk. Then all I do is sit back and listen. Then whatever they told me, and every speaker goes through this, it's the same bullshit, Samantha. It's the same shit that everybody's going through the pandemic. My research has led me to believe that no matter what executive I talk to, no matter if you're in the mail room, the board room, on the shipping dock, if you're a driver, if you're a manager, if you're a supervisor, if you're at the grassroots customer service level, if you're in sales, they all been struggling with the same kind of thing. It sounds like a broken record. So guess what? I'm skilled at fixing the broken record. I know what they're going to say before they even say it because I'm making my business to be able to know. This is in control. Controlling the narrative, Samantha, is what we're teaching you how to do on this platform. And when you do that correctly, like the messaging, value, and more what, Samantha?
Value.
More value. Then you got your sales tools. Illustration beats conversation. Illustration beats what, Samantha?
Conversation.
You don't have to say anything. All the sales tools and the social proof does the talking for you. That is the very reason why, if you still have to talk after you get all these sales tools designed, you're wasting your time. I don't have to tell the people how great I am. You can see it.
If you approved it and I still got to talk, something got missed.
There you go. Exactly. So what I'm saying is, it's not that you don't have to talk. It's that when you have the right kind of sales tools, you talk less because they see the value before they even schedule the call. This is what I'm trying to tell all of you. Just like all of you did your due diligence to try to crawl up our ass with a microscope to see if we were for real, that's exactly what the meeting planner is going to do to you. Our job is to just get you ready and prepared. And when you do it the right way, you don't have to say anything. See, every question that they have, they're going to ask you, Samantha, how long you been doing this?
20 years.
So they're going to keep asking you all these questions. You know what? When the clients start peppering me with questions, clearly they didn't look at anything about me prior to getting on the call. And I'm not about to spend a half an hour talking to you about how great I am. So I said, maybe perhaps we need to reschedule, because prior to the call, You were asked to look at the video, especially on the follow-up call. I'm not taking a follow-up call with anybody unless they looked at the video. Unless you can tell me about everything I sent to you that's going to answer every single question that you have and check off every box. I'm not wasting my time talking to you. And that's the reason why I take them through a process. This process is for a reason. You know why? Because it increases your closing ratio. If they show up on the follow-up call and they looked at the video and they clicked on all those links, I don't even have to work hard to close them. See, it's not difficult when you got the right kind of sales tools and the right kind of messaging. My God, when I tell you that it literally will do all the work for you. And then the automation and the sales funnel management that Austin's teaching you, when you get that part ramped up in your business, this is literally like taking candy from a baby. I mean, the degree of difficulty, when you can overcome that, it gets easier. It's almost like it's not even fair. You know why it's not fair, Samantha? Because they don't have my level of skill. That's it. Then when I get anybody that tries to double talk me, out talk me, first of all, double talkers never have any money. Never. Austin has a message prior to you scheduling the call with me. If you got an ego, if you think you know it all, if you don't listen and you're not coachable, see, some people that schedule call me, they misreading that part. Double talkers never have any money. People that don't listen are horrible candidates for a coaching program or for a client. A guy tried to tell me the other day, he was a horrible listener. He was like, well, money's not the issue. I pay you double. I'm not worried about the money. I said, first of all, brother, listen, first of all, I don't have the time and you don't have the skill. So we just need to stop that. First of all, you're not paying double for a coaching program. We're not even 7 minutes into the call. I said, bro, you're not built for this business. And you are not a good fit for our coaching program. He got mad at me. But that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to get the bad ones out of your sales funnel. I don't want to do business with the people that don't want to do business with me. You know why? Because all it is a bunch of friction, Samantha. So focus on the sales tools. And I know that getting a date from you right now is difficult, but it's not impossible. So why don't we just set a deadline? A deadline is a forcing system of accountability. I got to report to you every Monday. Well, what you not reporting to us now? Is that what we're doing, Sam?
No, I didn't say that. If it was a project that I was managing and I had full control, but I'm telling you, the people that I'm working with, ask my other accountability partners that is like slapping me over some of the simplest things.
Okay.
I tried to hold them accountable, and what they told me is just not realistic.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So what I'm hearing is, and we don't have to call any names. It doesn't matter who it is, but this is what happens. Some of these coaching programs and some of these web designers and graphic designers, sometimes they hold your shit hostage because they have horrible support. And if you're not if they can't tell you when they're gonna move it forward, that means they're overworked. Let me tell you something about graphic and web designers. They're liars, just like contractors are. Just like general contractors that do come into your house and do work. They're gonna tell you they can do everything, Samantha. Yeah, I can have your roof done in a week. I can have the floors laid. We're gonna have the whole thing busted out. Me and my crew can have it out. I need you to give me a deposit. I'm gonna have it in 2 weeks. 2 months later, your shit still ain't done. You know why? Because they going to another property chasing money.
Damn right.
This is what these web designers and these graphic designers, and especially these fake punk ass digital marketing agencies, they're not even skilled at managing social media, yet they're talking about they can help you with your digital marketing. This is why you have to watch out for these traps. So what I would do, I would send a nice, respectful email. And I would, if you tried and you still can't get the support, then I would really just start working on another plan. And then sometimes you just have to cut your losses and eat it.
Oh, why you sound like my people? I cut my losses for one thing. I had to pull that plug and make that decision. I'm hoping I don't have to do that for the other parts. Because then, I mean, 1-800 American Express, like, I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way because it was not cheap.
I understand if it's not cheap, but you know what? Sometimes that we spend money on something we think it's going to work and it doesn't. And sometimes you just have to eat it and move on. This is about progress, and anything that's standing in my way. See, I'm gonna tell you a valuable lesson I learned from Auston. And I'm glad we're having this kind of dialogue. And I'm glad that everyone allows me to just be me, because you need to hear this, because me and Auston have been through it. I've been through it in specific. Remember, before me and Auston became business partners, I was drowning in technology. I was a fish out of water. I did not understand it. I reached a point to my social media management, well, I felt like I was lost. I had great content, but I really wasn't producing content like I am now that supports a sales funnel. See, this is all a game. And I didn't understand the game before I met Auston. So I meet Auston, he sits down, he starts talking to me. Now, mind you, now, Samantha, I'm gonna read your hand blind like we playing poker right now. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. So you got some people that you paid. You got some people in your circle who claimed that they could do it. They said they was gonna do it. I had people telling me, oh, KTR, don't worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about your website ever again. We're gonna fix that for you. Oh, I'm gonna teach you how to set up an email campaign so you got money coming in every single month off of this, off of that. Don't worry about any of that stuff. So I had people promising me the moon and the stars, but wasn't delivering shit. And they had my website. I couldn't even get, when Auston came along, I had somebody else running the website, and I don't even think I could get in it. We had to just move it over to all of our own stuff and just start all over. I couldn't even get in the website because the guy that built the website, he just disappeared. He just vanished, took my money and was gone. All right. That happened to me multiple times. So you got to find somebody who's willing to match your work ethic. You got to find somebody who is going to give you a deadline and start them out with something small and see if they can get that done. Then you test them. Then you say, okay, we're capable of being able to do it all the way through. Then when they get that part done, then you can say, okay, I feel a level of comfort with moving forward with it. Tell the next web designer, hey, this is the shit that's going on me right now. If you're gonna be playing games with me like that, I'm not interested in doing business. And if
Sam, can't even talk to the web designer, it's like a middleman. All right.
Yeah, I know it's a middleman. See, but that's how they play games with you. Everybody want to be the man. Everybody want to be the man and the woman. Everybody wants to be the CEO, but you aren't doing, you don't even know how to do grassroots work, but you want to be the man. This is happening all over the place right now. Horrible customer service. So what you got to do is you got to vet some web designers out. If you don't have one, perhaps we can find you one on our platform that we feel comfortable with, that we can put you in contact with, that we know that can get you the results. See, this is the reason why, because those done for you services just require too much time. That's the challenge that these web designers are under. If that's how they're making their money, they have to tell everybody that we're going to get it done. And if they're working on like 4 or 5 websites at a time, especially the real good ones, it's difficult to get all those things done with a 30-day turnaround. So, and I know that your patience gets tested on this stuff, but you got to remove the person out of your way if they aren't getting you any results. What are we supposed to do? Sit around and wait another 6 months for them to get finished before you can get your website done?
Get a little more traction.
Or your speaker info kit, or your speaker video demo.
Yeah.
Put the people on the team that's about getting work done and results oriented. Listen, there were times I didn't know how to identify with a person like that. I didn't know what those services look like, but I tell you what, when I met Auston, I clearly understood for the one of the few times in my life that this man was about matching energy with energy. And see, he wasn't doing a bunch of talking because that's not Auston. He went in there, he started doing the work. And I never had to worry about technology. I never had to worry about no email campaign. I never had to worry about how none of my shit was set up ever again. Because that man went in there and set it up all right. And that's the reason why we're business partners. And the rest of them had the opportunity, but too late. Because I'm not letting you on my gravy train right now when I know you dragging your ass.
Right.
That kind of stuff holds your project back. This shit is running rampant. Web designers, graphic designers, digital marketing experts. Find you somebody on your team. Sam, sometimes we got to clean house. I've had to do it. That's how I attracted Auston. I said, I'm not doing business with anybody else until I find somebody till I sit down with somebody who's going to teach me how to do this the right way. And all it takes is one person to change your life. So if you need some resources, you need some help, let us know. We'll see what we can do if you are out of resources. You got any other questions or comments? And I'll move on to Brian.
Yeah, why you got us ladies trying to look fancy at 7 o'clock in the morning? You need a woman on your team. I told you on one-on-one, I'm gonna tell you publicly. That's just not right. But okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Oh, you mean for the celebrity interviews, to start the red carpet interviews from 7 to 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, that may change, Samantha, but right now we're running a really, really tight schedule. I'm playing around with it. I did put in the email that is subject to change. So be flexible and open-minded. We're coming to showcase so we can work.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
you
this-
gotta look fly while you work. Not because you just brush your hair back with your little thing, mean you good. Like, it's a whole process to this.
What we may do is we may put the women in the second part of the hour, or closer to maybe 9 or 10 o'clock possibly, and we'll get all the gentlemen, we'll get all their interviews out the way first. Now that you said something to me, see, when the market speaks, that's an easy adjustment. Would that be easier?
Yeah, I was gonna recommend it because I gotta schedule things for people to come and do things, and I was like,
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what it would do. I will talk to my team and I'll make the adjustments where we need to. Maybe we could do the interviews the night before, or we can do them after the event is over. Maybe we can do that. I didn't want to getting in the way of networking, but maybe I tell you what, maybe we could do the guys in the morning, and then we could do all the women in the evening, and we can have, it'll still be an opportunity, because remember, we're documenting the entire thing. Every single conversation, it's going to be cameras following everybody around. We're going to be networking and talking afterwards. This whole thing is going to be documented. So we'll work it out, Samantha. We'll work it out as far as time. What's a better time for you? What are you feeling right now?
I just thought 7 was, I've never done anything at 7. I mean, to get a makeup artist, they charge like early morning fees and all this kind of stuff, which, I mean, I'm fine with all that, but getting somebody there that's like a 5:30 person doing all that kind of stuff, because you got to make sure that your face is able to have that right impact on the camera.
Okay. All right. So I tell you what, you said it. Austin just sent me a message. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a better time for all of the ladies to take into consideration for hair and makeup. And we'll just either push the time back, or either we'll do the celebrity red carpet style interviews after the event is over. How does that sound?
That sounds good. You're welcome, ladies, because I know I could not be the only one with this problem. I don't know who all the other ladies are, but it can't just be me.
And it's all good. Hey, listen, we're coming to showcase the work, and it's going to take a collective effort to do it. And remember, at the end of the day, Samantha, we work for you. So we're going to accommodate you the best we can. And I'll send out another email. How does that sound?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Dr. J just sent a message and said, y'all might be able to share a makeup artist, because she was talking to me about the same thing this morning. So that's what this is all about. Communication is negotiations. Samantha just allowed us to become better. And that's what this whole thing is about. Brian Rehorn. Let me see me lower Sam's hand, and Brian.
Yes,
How you doing, boss?
I'm here. I'm doing good. I can't be doing any better.
That's good. What's your question, comment, or win?
From our conversation about going to the showcase in September or October, and then it wound up going in January.
Yes, you were already locked in for January showcase. You got your agreement signed. You got your deposit in. You are all ready. Brian is
Finally showed up on my credit card. I was
Say it
worried
again,
about it. It finally showed up on my credit card statement.
Oh, the charge. Okay. All right. Hey, maybe the batch report came out late.
It took 3 or 4 days to get there.
Yeah, that's not unusual. With the way they batch up stuff for these credit cards and have stuff pending and processing, man. The banking system has been doing a lot of weird stuff lately. So I'm not surprised.
I come from that background, but that was 30 years ago. It never took that long. Today, it's a whole different ball game.
It is. It is.
I got a flight,
Okay.
booked the flight. You said there was gonna be a logistics email sent, or there was one. I didn't check my emails today.
Okay. Now, Brian, so remember, you're showcasing in January. There
Right,
will be a different link for January 5th and the 6th. We have to make it 2 days now, instead of one. So speakers are going to be you're showcasing on the 6th,
right.
but it's the 5th, it's the 5th and the 6th.
I'm coming in at 1:15 on the 5th.
1:15 on the 5th. Okay. Well, remember, we already got you locked in for where you're going to be speaking at you're going to be speaking on the 6th. So if you want, I'm not sure if you can make a change to your flight. You should be able to without it being a problem. If you want to attend on the 5th, you can do that as well.
What time's it start on the 5th?
Probably in the morning again, probably at 10 a.m.
So I missed 2 hours. All right, let me see what I can do about that.
Yep. And if you can send it out logistically, there will be a new link for a booking link for the discount on the rooms. And the one in January, the booking link is going to be even lower. I think this time the rooms are like 169 to 189. In January, it's only going to be 139. So it's going to be a bigger discount because at that time of the year, there's really nothing going on. Yeah.
Correct.
So the 5th and the 6th. And it's going to be we're doing it even bigger on the 5th and the 6th. It's going to be a bigger room that we're doing it as well. So it's just they didn't have that room available when we wanted to book the one for October. So yeah, I'm glad the credit card showed up. You already got your fee in, and you just got to work out the flight, because now I got to send out an email again for everybody on the 6th, because a lot of people, I think you're the only one so far that has booked their flight for January. So if you can make sure that you're there, you come in maybe the night before, there will be another link. As soon as this event is over in October, we're going to lock down our agreement and everything for the one in January. And once that's done, the hotel has to generate us another booking link for the room, and I'll send you over that as well.
Yeah, that's fine, because this one here, I got a round trip from DC to Florida for 217. I mean, in my situation, that's a score. That's like I just made $500,000. I just saved $500,000.
Right.
Since we talked, the money I owed, if I remember the amount,
Correct.
the new lawyer told me it's double.
Okay.
I was like, what'd you say? Double? I owe what? And yeah, that's the deal. So that lawyer left, okay? I hired a new guy, and that guy passed away a month later. So now I got a new lawyer, the third one, and he just told me that. And I'm like, damn, I owe that much money? I'm thinking about dropping it. I'm thinking about, we talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about telling them, you keep the money. If I'm not responsible for paying, if my fees don't get garnished, I don't want to waste another 18 months, 16 months to find out that I'm going to still be $65,000 in the hole.
Yeah, lawsuits are draining, Brian. They really are. I've been through my fair share of them before. I've been on the wrong side of them, being treated unfairly. People owe me millions of dollars. They just didn't want me to have it. Their legal team was just vicious and downright cutthroat. And I had every one of my human, constitutional, and civil rights violated, and they still didn't care. So, I had a lot of fight in me when I was in my late 20s and early 30s. And but what you got to do is you got to outweigh the amount of man hours that you're putting into it versus it's grueling, bro. And you really got to, like you said, if you don't want to waste time for another 18 months, whatever you had coming to you or whatever you owe, if you can just get out of it and just drop it and it just be done and you can settle it, then settle it. And that's why people settle lawsuits all the time, bro, and that's why attorneys make so much money, because litigation takes months and months of documentation, and it takes years, especially the bigger the money. You got the other side trying to say that you're a liar. You got the other side saying that they didn't do anything wrong. And but it doesn't matter if you know that they did stuff wrong. I got all these rights violated. It's supposed to be an automatic win. Why do we have to? Why can't we get this thing settled? Because the whole system is ass backwards and it's corrupt. So if it's sucking the life's blood out of you and compromising the quality of your life, man, drop that shit and just move on with your life. You have to live, brother. You got a business that you got to run. You got people that you need to bless on that stage. And you got life to live, man. Anything that's keeping you down and keeping your energy down, you gotta cut that shit loose, man.
Oh no, I've been wielding a machete in my personal life these last
Good.
weeks.
Good.
Oh yeah. I cut all that. I cut a lot of that stuff, personal stuff. That's all gone, and I never felt as free as I do right now.
Good. Good.
And it's just this legal thing that I gotta wait. I'll know more by December, whether I'm gonna drop it or I'm gonna see how the mediation goes. And if that don't go good, and if I gotta go to trial and wait that another year and a half, I gotta see if I owe the money, if I don't owe the money. I just may cut ties. I gotta see. I gotta wait. I'm praying on it. I'm turning it over to God. I'm saying, okay, you take it. Let me take care of my business today.
Exactly. You
know, Brian today.
You know what's happening? You know what's happening with a lot of people that showcase them, Brian? They can see it. They're coming out of something and they're moving into a different kind of energy. And that's what's going to be happening to you. You have to let go of whatever it is you've been through that's been keeping you down. And you should get excited. You should get excited about practicing for showcase. You should get excited about being a part of showcase, attending the dinner, and then when you come out of that, and you're around other business professionals that's going forward just like you are, your life is going to change after you showcase, brother. I'm telling you right now. You got to prepare for this.
Where I live, we have a clubhouse. It has a big theater in it. It seats about maybe 1,200 people.
Got you.
I used to go in there and go on stage and believe I was talking to an audience before the pandemic. I would visualize everybody sitting in there. I want to get back to that. I want to see if they lock the doors. I got to see if I can get permission to go in. Maybe an insurance issue, but yeah, I want to do that. And you're right. My question is, what's the attire? I have shorts, dungarees, t-shirts, a couple of button shirts. What's the attire for this?
Okay, well, you're definitely not showing. You can show up after the event is over with that stuff on, but it's professional attire all the way across the board.
Right. All right.
Our dinner is going to be at Morton's. They got a dress code. I tell you what, I'm going to send you out the same email I sent to the people showcasing in October, so you understand all logistics from top to bottom. But it's professional attire. You want to listen. Remember, we are creating a controlled environment where everyone in the audience is going to be dressed professionally. Business attire all the way across the board. We're doing dinner at Morton's so you can get in the mood. Morton's even has a dress code. No athletic gear, no nothing like that. You got to be in professional attire. This event is going to be done with class, professional sound, staging, lighting, the whole 9 yards. The production crew's going to be walking around, 3 separate cameras, filming. I'm going to have 2 production assistants walking around with me, capturing footage. Celebrity photographer Mike Ware is going to be showing up. He's going to be doing pictures at the dinner. Everybody's going to give footage of the showcase and all of the behind the scenes stuff, everything. If I'm coming up to you, hey, Brian, what's going on? It's going to be a person walking around with me or me and Austin the entire day. So it's going to be so much good footage. I'm treating this thing like it's going to be a work environment. You all need to understand that. This is not about a bunch of fucking fun and games.
Right.
From the time we get on site, this is about capturing content that you don't have right now. So we are creating an environment so we can capture the content.
Well, that's the social proof you always talked about.
Exactly. I'm giving everybody a Michael Buffer style introduction. As soon as you finish with your performance, I'm gonna hop right back on stage and I'm gonna ask, you're gonna get a little sound bite. Hey, how did you feel about your performance? How do you feel about showcasing? That way you're getting content out of it for what you need. We're getting content out of it for what we need. Exit stage left, the other speakers waiting, mic'd up, ready to come on stage. This is work. We're gonna take breaks, we're gonna take a lunch break, and we're gonna be networking before and after. Every single thing is gonna be documented. Why wouldn't you want to be in a suit?
I'm asking, could I wear like a sports jacket with a regular shirt? It's gotta be shirt and tie.
That's fine. Listen, watch this. If that's your style and you want to go business casual, you just want to blazer with a shirt, no problem.
Okay.
No problem. You don't have to wear a tie. I'm telling you this. I suggest you shoot your best shot. Whatever that is to complement your brand, just no jeans, no hats, no nothing.
Right. Okay. This is what, right. This is what I'm learning. That's why I'm asking.
Listen, I'm the only person, because I'm hosting, can wear whatever I want to wear. Everybody else has a dress code. Now, I'm going to be in a suit for the majority of the time. But remember, I'm the host, I'm the entertainer, I'm the person doing the interviews. My job is to make you look like a celebrity. That's why we're doing the event. My job is to paint you in the best picture possible. So I'm going to ask you questions that I know how to ask that's going to do that. And then let all the camera crew and the production crew do their job. See, if you just show up and look good and you just present effectively, all me and Austin's team are going to take care of the rest. And that's why we're going all out for you, because I'm tired of seeing our speakers turn in speaker video demos or turn in speaker info kits half-assed, and you don't have the content that you need. So we're going to put you in a controlled environment where we're not going to, the audience members are going to be, I'm going to sit the audience members where I want them to sit. I'm going to spread the audience out so it looks the way I know it needs to look. It's just like we're shooting a movie. You think I spent 30 years, 27 plus years producing television and radio for no reason? I'm gonna have all y'all looking like superstars, man. That's the reason why we're doing this event. Now, you don't have footage like that right now, so we're gonna get you the footage that you need. You got any other questions or comments, Brian? We're ready to wrap this up.
No, I'm good. That's what I needed to know. But everything I heard on the call tonight is what I've been experiencing, and I know I'm on the right path. So,
Brian, another thing you got to do too. Once you make the decision that you want to do the lawsuit or don't do it, don't talk about it anymore. Just like change the whole vibe, change the whole flow.
I'm with you.
Watch this. I know it's hard when we're in it because we're hurt. We they owe us something. We want to get compensated for damages. But bro, if it's sucking the life's blood out of you and it's not uplifting you or supporting you, you got to let it go. That's why I spend That's why I spend so much time by myself right now. Because when people aren't going down the same path I need to go down, or these other outside things don't serve the better good of what you're doing, it just destroys you from the inside out, Brian. And I'm tired of seeing you struggle with it, bro. You're better than that.
Wait. I've been on the upswing because my signature programs, I felt like a hypocrite. I couldn't get up on stage even a year ago and say and talk about these signature programs because I wasn't living it. Now I'm living it. I'm living good, it, and I feel comfortable doing it. And like I said, I've made some changes in this last week that were very personal, very frightening to do. I did them. And like I said, I never felt so free. And I know I'm on the right path. I know it. There's no doubt in my mind that this is what I'm supposed to do. It's getting done. And you hit the nail on the head when you just said, stop thinking about it. Yeah. Stop. Because if I'm thinking about it and speaking about it, I'm still living in that crap.
Correct.
I'm still living it. And I'm done. That chapter's over in my life.
Good. It's a paradigm shift, Brian. That's all. But I appreciate the fact that, excuse me, you've been sitting in it and you've come through the struggle and you still show back up because you aren't the only one. A lot of us have been in a bad space throughout the pandemic, and I'm glad that you're back, and I'm so glad that you're showcasing with us, and you are going to shine that day. For everything you've been through, you're going to let it all out in 10 minutes of fury, and we're going to capture it all on video and make you look like the great person that I know that you already are. So I appreciate you, brother. Love you, man. Thanks so much for sharing.
Right back at you. Talk to you
Okay,
soon.
well, all right. Talk to you soon. Okay, so Samantha has a question she put in the chat. Do we get the interview questions? Well, my interview style is a cross between like Arsenio, Oprah, and Phil Donahue. So I like it to be spontaneous. So I'm going to send out a logistic email about the interview. But if I give you all the questions prior to, then it's not going to be spontaneous. And there's no way you can really react to it the way I need you to react to it. But what you can do is I'm going to send out some things that I need to talk to you about in your interview pertaining to your brand. See, again, this is all about me asking you the right question that's leading you down a road that I'm going to get an organic answer out of you about your brand. So you need to constantly be thinking about your brand. I may throw something in there and ask how you got involved in fitness. Why is it so important that people are healthy throughout the pandemic? How does it feel? How does it feel to be a woman of color in aviation? I don't know what I'm going to ask you. Some of it, but all of it's going to be pertaining to your brand. But I don't like scripted questions because, I mean, I can have an idea what I'm going to talk about, but I just like to go for it. And when you go for it, it all just comes out feeling natural. Samantha, you be the celebrity and let me be the celebrity talk show host, and everything's going to be fine. Okay, so we are going to close this session. I do appreciate all of the concerns that you have about Showcase, all of the questions that you have. This is why we show up, so we could ask those, get those questions answered for you. Some support tickets were submitted today. So some of you, I just sent you back your responses. If you were waiting for support tickets, they were all clean prior to the call. And I would just say, keep submitting support tickets, keep building your signature programs. A lot of you, last but not least, a lot of you have really expressed a lot of anxiety about your messaging. When you're prepared, you don't have to worry about being nervous. This is something that people have asked me thousands and thousands of times. Man, you don't ever get nervous, KTR? You don't ever get nervous when you go up on stage? I mean, I do feel a little bit of excitement. You know, it's like a rush. You know, it is that exhilaration, but it's not a nervous thing like I'm not prepared. I always know what I want to say. And that's the reason why I work hard to be a professional speaker. So you should be saying your signature programs out loud to yourself at least 3 to 5 times a day. I told you this, whether or not you're showcasing or not, the messaging has got to be inside of you, and you will be timed. So out of respect for all of the other speakers, if you're pushing it past 10 minutes, the production manager is going to come to the middle of the stage. When you see that their hand go up like this, you got 1 more minute, you need to wrap it up, and you need to start winding down, because we would hate to cut you off. And you're going to get an email about, you know, what your presentation should be. You're going to be as prepared as possible before you get on that stage. All you have to do is just do what you are designed to do. Remember the signature programs that we help you build. Remember the messaging. It's not one speaker getting on stage that has not got their signature programs approved. And that's a part of the qualification of showcasing. Would you think you just get up there and do whatever you want to do? No, you're going to do your part so we can do our part, which is going to be a lot of pre and post-production work and capturing all the organic moments, the hugs, the handshakes, the laughs, the tears, everything. We're going to get it all. So with that being said, if you are a speaker on this platform and you would like to showcase, I believe I had 1 cancellation for October. So there's 1, maybe 2 spots left for October. If you can get in at the last minute, if you want to showcase and put your professional speaking services on display at the Speaker Focus exclusive showcase, then you can reach out to me and you can ask me about the details. You need to get the fee in, and you need to get the agreement in so you can get your spot. If for some reason you miss it or you're not available on that day of October the 6th, in October 6th coming up in another 18 days, then, excuse me, then you can showcase with us in DC, January the 5th and the 6th. We were only going to do the 6th, but we're overrun and almost sold out for January. So we got to add another date, but that's okay. We're just going to make it more lit, and we're going to have it be bigger and in a bigger space in January as well. So remember, don't worry about who's going to be in the audience. I'm in control of all of that. Don't worry about all you need to do is look good and be prepared. And me and Austin and the rest of the team are going to take care of the rest. It's going to be lit from the time you come into Morton's for the dinner, after dinner, and the morning of the event. It's going to be cameras on you at all times. So just do your thing, be on your best behavior, and just be professional. That's all I ask. And come with some smiles on your face and some great energy. And we're going to set this thing on fire. On behalf of the entire team at speakerfocus.com, we are absolutely thrilled every single week to answer any and every question pertaining to growing your speaker business. We love it when you win. We love it when you come through the struggle, and we love it when you share. So please keep doing all of the above and keep those support tickets coming in. I'll catch you next week, same place, same time. Remember, if you want to showcase, you better holler at me before there's not any room available to showcase at all. Talk to you real soon.